Welcome to Whole Grain Cooks. I'm Nick Miles along with my friend Bob and Laurie, and from Bob's Red Mill, of course. Bob, you've actually taken some of the products that you make, some of the flour, the gluten-free flour, and you've provided us with bread mix, which is ready-made. It's everything you need to make the bread is in the packet.
Right, Nick. One of the biggest comments we've had over the years, folks that are celiac, they want some bread. They cannot find a decent loaf of bread that is gluten-free. So we set to work and we made these 3 mixes, which are all gluten-free. The products are made in our separate gluten-free factory and tested to make sure they're gluten-free, and they make a wonderful loaf of bread. Each one, we have our hearty whole grain bread mix, our gluten-free wonderful bread mix, and our cinnamon raisin bread mix. Each one of these works perfectly in a bread machine. Also, there is a recipe on the side of the packages for how to do it by hand, and I think that's what Laurie's going to do now.
Yeah, Laurie's going to take the wonderful bread mix and show us how to use it.
This is actually one of our packets. Since there is no gluten in it, it doesn't need to be kneaded.
Okay.
So one thing it does need to do, and that is to let it sit for about 20 minutes. One way you can use it with a spatula, but you notice how sticky it is. And it's a very sticky dough. So in order to do it a little bit easier, is you can warm water on your hands, and we just slightly move it around, and we will put it in this pan. You have to enjoy getting your fingers dirty with food if you want to do this way. And if you don't want to use your hand, you can use the spatula and just get that wet as well.
Okay, $3.75 for an hour, and we should have a nice loaf of bread, but that's not the only thing that you can do with it, is it?
No. This is another thing that we like to do with it, and that is to make dinner rolls. We want to make sure that the amount that you put in each of these tins is equal amount, so that way they bake equally,
you get a uniform
evenly.
roll.
And the easiest way to do that is use an ice cream scoop.
Excellent idea.
So we've got another batch here made up, and this way you don't have to handle the dough at all. And it's just this easy.
Look at that.
And they'll bake up evenly, and very easy to make. And again, this recipe, this bread mix is fabulous. We've had many people say it's the best.
Well, there's an old saying, you know, you don't need to knead the dough, but you need to knead the bread.
That's pretty good.
Is that okay?
You had to think about that for a minute.
I did have to think about that
You've
one.
got some finished products
so
over
we've
there
got
by
some rolls
Bob.
here, which they're beautiful, they turned out. And this bread mix is wonderful not only for a loaf of bread, for sandwiches, it also makes great French toast.
So we have some delicious bread, and of course it comes in all those different varieties. You can find the information of how to get it and the recipes at the website bobsredmill.com, and we will be back again soon on Whole Grain Cooks.